Dear students, in this video, we are going to discuss about exception handling. Exception means error. Here we are going to handle the errors with the help of try, catch, and final block. Let me see about try. Try is used to test a block of code for errors. Inside the try, we have the throw statement. It is optional one. It is used to customize your error. And the second one is catch. It is used to handle the error. Final. It is used to execute after the try and catch. So it execute unconditionally at the end of the program. Here try and catch, these two are compulsory, and whereas the final is optional one. Let me see sample JavaScript code. As I said earlier, JavaScript can be inserted into the HTML code with the help of script element. So here the script element can be inserted either in body section or head section. So in this example, I have written the script element inside the body section. So inside the body, script element is defined with the help of attribute, language, and type. Here the language is JavaScript and type is text or JavaScript. So here the statement of script is nothing but document.write. It is the output statement. It is used to display the string specified inside it. So here the string is nothing but hello world. So as we all know, what is HTML comment? HTML comment can be written like by using this sign less than exclamatory minus minus. After that, we can specify the HTML comment statement, and it will end with minus minus greater than symbol. In this way, we can write the HTML comment. Like that, here we are having two sign, one is less than exclamatory minus minus. So it is a single line command in JavaScript, but it will not support that a minus minus greater than. That's why we are using the double slash. It is the again it is a single line command. So, but these two signs are optional. So better we can ignore these two statements. So some kind of JavaScript having these two signs, some kind of JavaScript doesn't having these two signs. So better you can ignore these two statements. Try, catch, and final. By using this block, we can write the exception code. So as I said earlier, inside the body, we have written the script element. So inside the script, we are having try, catch, and finally. Here try and catch, these two are compulsory, and finally is the optional one. So try is used to test the error, catch is used to handle the error. Finally is the code or that block will be executed at the end of the execution or end of the program. Here try. So inside the try, we are having the declarative statement. It is nothing but where. So where is the declaration statement? A is equal to 2. Here A is the number data type because it is holding the value 2. Here we are checking the data type of these two operand. So A is the type of number or not. So here A is equal to 2 means it will display the alert box with the text both are equal. Let me see alert box. This is the alert box. So because that alert box having the OK button. Okay. So always the alert box having only one button. The name is OK. Okay. And here we are displaying the alert box with the text both are equal. So once you click that OK button, you will see the output on the browser. What is the output? Exception handling. It is nothing but your heading of the web page. And what about your finally block? It is nothing but end of process. As I said earlier, it is the unconditional block. So it will be executed unconditionally at the end of the program. Okay. So let me see JavaScript with exception. Okay. So here inside the try, we are having where A equal to 3 O's. Okay, we have written O in 3 times. Okay. So if it is a string, you should use the double quotes. Here we are defining the sequence of character, but without double quotes. So we can say it is the undefined data type. Now inside the tray, you are checking A is equal to 2. Not, this is not equal to 2, and also A is not a number data type. And also undefined data type. A is the undefined data type. That's why it will throw the error to the catch block. So now catch having the error, okay, with the help of E argument, here E refers the error, okay. So inside the catch, the block is, or we can say the statement is said to be document.write. Inside the document.write, we have written error found message. After that message, you are displaying the description of the message, okay. E.message is nothing but the description about the message. So let me see the output. So exception handling is the heading of this web page, and error found is the catch block message, and the description is nothing but whoa is not defined. What does it mean? It is an undefined data type. Okay, so this is nothing but JavaScript with exception handling. Let me see some tricks. Boolean of false. Here, as we all know, what is meant by Boolean? Boolean means it is it returns either true or false. Okay, here Boolean is the function, that function having the string false. So even the string is false, it will return true, because Boolean function return true for all non-empty strings. Okay, take the second one, Boolean of empty string. So here we have defined the string, but it is empty. Okay, so for this function it will return false. So take the next cases where x equal to 10 by h. 10 is the number data type, h is the string data type, because it is enclosed with double quotes. So let me see what is the statement here. Document dot get element by id demo. So demo is the id. Okay, so document is nothing but it is the first object in the HTML document. As we all know, if you want to know the meaning of documents, you go and see my DOM video. Okay, in that I explain the meaning of document. Document is the first object in the tree structure. So here get element by id is nothing but is the method. It is used to return the element of the specified attribute. So by using the inner HTML property, we get the element of the specified id. So that is equal to Boolean of x. So what is the here? So x refers the 10 by h. What it means? It returns false. Of course, the 10 is the number and h is the string data type. Okay, that's why the output of this statement is said to be false. So let me see some MCQ related to this. When interpreter encounters an empty statement, what it will do? Option A, shows a warning. Option B, prompts to complete the statement. Option C, throws an error. Option D, ignores the statement. As we all know, when the interpreter, JavaScript is the interpreter language, we know very well. So when the JavaScript encounter an empty statement, definitely it will ignore the statement. Option D is the correct answer. What will be the output of the following JavaScript code? Function, my function. As we all know, it is the user-defined function statement. So what is the body of the user-defined function statement? Is nothing but document.get element by id demo.inner HTML, that is equal to Boolean of 10 greater than 9. So what is the result of this Boolean function? It is nothing but 10 is greater than 9. It is true. Okay. So Boolean returns the true value for this function. So the value of demo is nothing but true. So therefore option A is the correct answer. What is the preferred testing nowadays for scripting? So JavaScript is the client-side programming or client-side scripting language. So for that we are need feature testing. Option B is the correct answer. The function and verb, these are known as what? Option A, keywords. Option B, data types. Option C, declaration statements. Option D, prototypes. As we all know, function and verb, these two are declaration statement. You are declaring a function or you are declaring the variable. So therefore option C, declaration statement is the correct answer. Which of the following variables takes precedence over the other if the names are the same? Okay, we are having two variables, global variable, another one is local variable. Okay, when the global and local variable names are same means which one is takes precedence over the other? We know very well. Local variable takes precedence over the others. Okay, therefore answer is option B, local element, or we can say local variable. When there is an indefinite or an infinite value during an arithmetic computation in a program, then JavaScript prints what? So again, I am reading the question. When there is an indefinite or an infinite value during an arithmetic computation in a program, then JavaScript prints what? Option A, prints an exception error. Option B, prints an overflow error. Option C, displays infinity. Option D, prints the value as such. So as we all know, definitely it prints the infinite message. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Because JavaScript never treat the infinity as the error. So in the JavaScript, which one of the following is not considered as an error? Not considered as error. Option A, syntax error. Option B, missing of semicolons. Option C, division by 0. Option D, missing of brackets. As we all know, definitely, if it is a program means it will generate the, or it will identify the syntax error. It will identify missing of semicolon also. It will identify missing of bracket also, but it did not detect the division by 0 error by the JavaScript. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. So it will not consider as an error. Which one is division by 0? So just print the infinity as a result. In JavaScript, the x triple equal to y statement implies that what? Both x and y are equal in value, type, and reference address as well. B, both are x and y are equal in value only. Option C, both are equal in the value and data type. Option D, both are not same at all. So let me know, here we are having 3 equal. If it is 2 equal means we are checking the conditions. Okay, here we are having 3 equal to means both are equal in the value and data type. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Thank you.